Hello, Isolation Nation. We're happy to have you back. I spent all day putting this wall up behind me. It's been exhausting. Let's be honest, it's been exhausting. Thankfully, not a lot of paint. Tons of stain. It was very difficult. Ben's not starting the show today because I unfortunately walled him in. He's behind there like it's an Edgar Allan Poe story. We can hear all of his props and stuff from behind it. Sorry, just laughing because Karen's camera just flipped on. I was like, oh, is Ben here? Nope, still Karen. Okay. Anyway, we're happy to have you guys. As always, if you want to support the show, you can tip. You can Venmo. Top right of the screen, you can PayPal, laughfromhome.com, or you can Super Chat. We always prefer Venmo or PayPal. Facebook stars also work. We still have no idea what they are worth. Literally no idea. We think maybe 5 cents a star, or maybe $1,000 or half a penny. It's one of those three things. We don't know. If you ask Facebook, Facebook will tell you they're a big corporation and they don't give a fuck about their artists. But that said, I would like to introduce another one of the hosts of the show. Ben's going to join us a little bit later. But we got, you know him, you love him, Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, how we doing, Isolation Nation? I'm excited for today. We're going to have a fun show, everybody. I'm pumped.
I like that
up.
Dance, man.
Well, you know, I'm in a dancey mood today. I don't know. Rachel, how you doing, Queen? How's Queen Rachel doing?
You know,
She's here
I spent
today.
all day painting these little butts. All day.
All day. Painting butts. Well, you know, you go with your strengths, Rach. That's what I've always said. So if you're good at something, do it over and over again. Yeah, so we had a fun overnight game over the evening. If you guys are on Twitter, the overnight game was comic book a comedian. So take a comic book and put a comedian to it. Obviously, there were three I really liked. Ashley Janine had Brian Posehn Ivy.
That was my favorite one. Damn it. All right. Well, now I have nothing to say.
And Jeremy Day had Aunt Manthony Jeselnik. But my favorite was Diana Gonzalez had Bane Cook.
Nice. Oh my God.
Thought was really
I was
good.
born in the vicious circle. That is phenomenal. I love the overnight game. I love seeing how creative the audience is. It's great.
Very cool. Yes, for sure.
Before we introduce the current game, can I tell you about how I spent some of my afternoon today?
Sure, love to hear.
Please.
So I got a DM from a very obvious bot, and I thought, you know what? Most of my Twitter has been and my Instagram has been real angry lately, and why don't I do something fun and flippant and just talk to this bot like they were a real person for the next 20 minutes? And that's how I spent lunch. And I just talked to the bot. They said that they were from Houston, and they said they were from Dallas. So I discussed the Houston-Dallas metro area. They also asked how old I was, and clearly they were doing the whole like, oh, I'm single and looking for someone. So I told them 16, and they said, how long have you been single? And I said 7 years. I got divorced at 9. It was really rough. We were just too young. You don't know yourself yet, you know? And so if you want to see the entire thing, it's on my Instagram. It's about 4 pages long. It was a really pleasant way to spend your afternoon, and I recommend it to people. I recommend it.
Comedian confuses bot. I love it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this wasn't a bot. I'm pretty sure this was a human being who didn't speak much English. Do you know what I mean? Who was doing the like, I am ready to got relationship. And I was like, I have been ready to got. Please, let's got. And so like that's it, and they've been gotten. So it was a lot of fun.
You know what sucks with my career is that I don't even have bots reach out to me. I've not had any bot interaction at all. Like, that's fucking... What do you got to do to get bots to reach out, Steve?
I almost did a spit take on that. You're not even big enough for spammers yet, Charles. That's the saddest thing.
I had to turn my spam email off because I was taking all my emails away. Now I get at least some emails.
That was, and by the way, the tough thing about this is like, so I put the screenshots of this on my Instagram, and now like I have a ton of actual people DMing me being like, "Oh, I guess do you talk to people?" I'm like, "No, I wasn't. It was just because it was a bot that I was." God damn it! Now all my DMs are just from like teenagers being like, "What's up? I'm really bored. I can't go to school right now, and I'm scared of the world." Like it's just it's just a lot of confused teenagers in my DMs now, and I just have to be like, "Thanks for being a fan. Don't want to talk to you."
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that your DMs is full of teenagers ever again.
But that's why I don't want to talk to them.
Again. Yeah, don't just.
That's why I don't
say it out loud.
There,
Don't say it out loud on a show with a lot of people. I don't think you should ever just say there's a lot of teenagers in my DMs right now. I'm just saying.
I am not in teenagers' DMs. They are in my DMs. It's a very different thing. I don't want.
Okay, I don't think Chris Hansen's going to make the distinction. I think you're still going to have to sit on this bar stool at the table and answer some questions. Is all I'm saying.
I do not want to. I will shut up. I'll be like, look, I told her I was 16. Oddly enough, hey, welcome, Ben. You missed a hell of a conversation.
How many teenagers do you have in your DMs, Ben?
I'm sorry it's late. I was just posing as a teenager in Steve.
Ben, we can't hear you.
Yeah. I can hear you.
We can
I know.
kind
I
of
was just
hear.
kidding.
Oh, okay.
Shit!
All
Sorry.
right, I thought you were just fucking with me. Sorry. Didn't realize you were fucking with him. My apologies.
No, I was just in Steve's DMs right now pretending to be a teen, and it was great. And I'm late because I wanted to watch the show for once, and it's fantastic.
I thought you were late because you were buried under Sandy Koufax bobbleheads. Like I thought.
That's the only way I can sleep. It's my weighted blanket, Steve.
Yeah.
The weight of Jewish athletes. It's a very thin blanket.
It's just Sandy Koufax on one side and Hank Greenberg on the other, and that's the entire thing.
Yes, exactly.
Ben, we're glad to have you back. Thanks for joining. I like your shirt.
Thank you very much. I don't think I've ever worn an Idiot Test shirt. I just found it because I couldn't find the shower in time, and so I found this in a pile.
You couldn't find the shower in your place.
It's very hard to get to, Steve.
Yeah, the vintage ladies were using it, and so you had to wait, just standing out there with a towel while they're doing their plastic hair. So totally
they were getting their monthly cleaning. I think that's only fair.
Well, it's quarantine, and I'm living alone, so that's about how often I clean as well. Bowers, what do we got for the game?
Well, the game today, we have done the autobiographies of me and Ben and Steve and Queen Rachel, but today we're going to autobiography the fans. This is SDSC Nation autobiography, so you can, as a group, use it. You can, the name of the autobiography as a group or individually, anyone that's a fan, anyone who comments, anyone who's part of the No Pants crew, or just the general YouTube crew, or the Twitch or Facebook, any of the people you've seen, you can make fun of any of them. Be nice, love each other, but, it's all in good, clean fun, so, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be super fun. So,
it'll confuse the comedians. Both comedians we have on the show today are first-timers. You don't yet know that this show is mainly inside jokes, so during the game, you're just going to be like, these sound like they would be fun if I understood them. But, that said, the fans are the lifeblood of the show.
It's going to be tough for me, too, because I don't watch the show, so I'm not going to...
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Who are all
Bowers
these
is
people?
just happy to have fans. So
right?
He's just, yeah.
I know all 23 of them by name. I got my first time.
Yeah, with that said, let's introduce our comics.
All right, we got two amazing comics today. We have Karen Bergreen is here. Say hello to Karen. How are you, Karen?
I'm good. Can you see me?
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
There it is.
Hello.
This is
Hello.
so challenging. I still have AOL.
I do
The
too,
first
Karen.
2
I get
minutes
shit
of
for it every day.
First 2 minutes of Karen said is going to be.
You can Zoom on a flip phone.
We also have DJ Dangler is here. DJ, how are you, my friend?
Hello, everybody. I'm so very good. Yeah, my room's all smoky. It just looks like Batman ran away.
What
Hello,
up, DJ?
everybody.
Now,
Hello.
I did not purposely book DJ on the day that Steve's movie comes out, where Steve plays a guy who looks like DJ but in yoga pants. But I accidentally did that because that's exactly what Steve looks like in the movie that comes out today on Lifetime. So.
Oh, I gotta find. I'm gonna show it as my background. Hold on, I'll find it. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll find it.
So
Don't
so we're
think-
excited.
please don't think that I did not DVR Psycho Murderous Yoga Instructor and don't plan to watch it very stoned and have the time of my life watching Steve in this movie. Oh, I do.
How dare you? It's just called Psycho Yoga Instructor. Don't make it all weird. It's not all.
I feel like I look
A
if Steve
campy
took
title.
the opposite of Captain America's Super Soldier Serum.
That makes sense.
Like
yeah.
super desk clerk serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, DJ, you're just too strong and powerful. We're going to make you the serum so you can become a normal person. And they shrink you down.
We're gonna make sure you can work at the DMV. Yeah, I'm gonna find the thing. Bowers, you introduce the audience while I find it.
All right. We also have an amazing audience with us, as always. We've got Graham is here. Tam Brown is here. Ellie is here. Zara is here with us. We've got a great front row, as always. If you want to be in the front row yourself, tickets are only $10. They are at laughfromhome.com. So Jessica just popped in. Laughfromhome.com. You can buy tickets. Or if you do our Patreon, Dave's here. Nessie Dolls, of course. Oh, no, Tam. Those are Tams. Holy cow. Look at all those nesting dolls.
That is amazing.
That is so funny. So yeah, and if you go to our Dina's here, I saw Dina. So yeah, if you go to our Patreon, you can get front row tickets for all the shows as part of our one of our Patreon tiers. So check that out. So we're gonna have a good time. Steve, do you have your background yet? Do we know it?
Not quite yet, but I also wanted to give a little report from yesterday. I wanted to thank the fans. Katrina Davis spurred on a very, very generous donation where she said she was going to donate all her tips in honor of Breonna Taylor. And so not only did she do that, and her tips were like $700 something, then Rachel said she was going to match those. And then everybody else just decided to donate their stuff. And we ended up raising, I think, probably with Rachel's matching, what, $1,500, $2,000 or something yesterday?
It was like $1,800.
Wow. Nice work.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for being a part of that.
Yes, that was really incredible. And especially because I know how hard it is to even offer to donate your tip and people not even be interested.
Yeah, you and me,
Really
you and me both,
incredible.
brother. I also do want to. We do have our first four Patreon people. Part of the Patreon's getting shouted out on the show. So Zara, thank you so much. She's in the front row club. TCB is in the front row club. Ronna Wiener's in the front row. Wiener's in the front row club, and Frank Notaro's in the gamer club. So thanks, guys. Those are our first four Patreon people. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, appreciate that.
We got some pre-show tips.
Oh, pre-show tips.
We all like some pre-show tips. So we had quite a few things. So SoCal Surfer started us off with $1 and just a funny emoji.
Nice.
E-hole, $2. Bring back the hot dog. We had Liliana, LA.
Bowers ate the hot dog. We can't bring back
the hot dog. I mean, it came back later for a little bit, but then
no. Mm-mm.
Oh, but yes, that is what was just said.
Liliana had donated some Facebook stars. Sheikah danced $2 and had a cute emoji. Razor $5. You got to tip and be funny for comedians to talk to you. It's almost like stripper rules.
Exactly like stripper rules, man.
And then Dun Talk, $5 Canadian for Ben to afford detergent since it's apparent from his shirt that he's hit laundry day.
That's a damn fact.
All right, we're good.
All right, cool. Well, I think let's start with our first comic then today. Let's just get right to it, guys. I think we're excited. So our first comic tonight, you've seen her on Comedy Central and The View. Get a very funny Karen Bergreen, everybody. Bergreen, everybody.
Hi, so much. So I hope everybody's having a good quarantine. Where are we now? 75 days in. Everybody asked me how mine is going. I've got 2 teenagers at home. That kind of says it all. On one hand, they're home, so I don't have to worry about them having sex, taking drugs, and drinking alcohol. On the other hand, they're home all the time, so I can't have sex. And I think about this time last year, I was on a mother-son's weekend with them. We went to Philadelphia, which is a totally fun city, and we went to an escape room. It was so well done. but not nearly as impressive as the one we've been in for the past 75 days. Amazing. I have this friend who's so annoying, my friend Ann. She keeps calling me. The only person that the coronavirus is affecting is her. She calls me up. She's like, Karen, I can't go outside unless I'm wearing a mask. Karen, I have to disinfect my food before I put it away. I can't go to the beauty parlor. I can't get a manicure or a pedicure. And I'm like, Ann, you and everybody else on the planet, that's why it's called a pandemic and not an endemic. So one thing I'm learning, this week has been a very educational week for us. One thing I'm learning, because my name is Karen, I am no longer allowed to speak to the manager. Very hard. And it's causing me major anxiety on top of everything. Like I had this nightmare last night that I was in CVS in aisle 7 and a man suffered a grand mal seizure. And I was the only one in the store. And I couldn't ask to speak to anybody because of my name. And then the other night I was on the phone with a vendor and I was actually complaining because they were supposed to send 12 of something and they only sent 6. And I called to complain and they were really nice. I was kind of annoying. And then they said, oh, can we just get your name? And I'm like, Lisa. My name is my kids were supposed to go to summer camp this summer. My older son is 16 and when he was 15 during the pandemic and when it first hit. And my husband was really nervous about it. He said to me, he's 15 years old. Do you think we should, remind him about birth control? And I'm like, birth control? I think that 15-year-old mustache is taking care of business. Fucking gross. Like, oh my God, especially when it gets the zit. Anyway, so I remember when they were little, when he was like 10, we got an email from the school saying if your kids ask about sex, you got to answer right away, tell them everything. Otherwise, the results could be catastrophic. And I'm like, oh my God. But my son actually asks about sex when my husband is home and my husband tells him the whole thing. But stupidly, at the end of the conversation, he says to him, whatever you do, don't mention a word of this to your little brother because your little brother is only 7. He's too young. So what do you think a 10-year-old who's just learned about fucking is going to do? That little kid, he goes, I know all about how babies are made. It's hilarious. But you're 3 years, that's like infinity. And this poor kid is I felt so bad. A, because he's my favorite. And B, he's more interested in this stuff. Like I remember when he was like 4, he was looking at one of those little picture books of human body. And he says to me, Mama, where's your big penis? It's in the top left-hand drawer if you really must know. A year or 2 later, I'm like making him breakfast and I open an egg and he says to me, Mama, what would happen if a baby chicken came out of the egg? I'm like, we'd be eating chicken for breakfast. Parenting. So I said, honeybee, the egg needs to get fertilized. And he's like, how does the egg get fertilized, Mama? And I'm from New York City. I don't fucking know. So Daddy chicken buys the mommy chicken a glass of wine. Okay. Sex talk and everything. So my son, like he's pouting, wants to know. Finally, he traps me in my room and he's like, you have to tell me how babies are made. And there was no way out of it, right? I'm thinking catastrophic. So I'm like, okay. And I'm so ill prepared. I thought I had a few years. I'm like, so the daddy puts his penis into the mommy's wahamanaha, and that gets the ball rolling. And I swear to God, this was his response. You don't know the half of it. Welcome to the world. This kind of miraculous thing happened. This kid becomes interested in sex from like a scientific medical point of view. He's taking the book that the older kid hasn't looked at. He's memorizing jargon. He's underlining words and asking questions. One day he says to me, Mom, have you ever experienced sexual pleasure? And I'm like, you know, you may be the first male that's ever asked me that question. Her brother chimes in, Mama, what do you and Daddy use for birth control? And I said, you. So delightful. Thank you.
Karen Bergreen, everybody. Karen
Bergreen.
Bergreen.
Woo, nice
the
work.
tip jar is open, as always. If you want to tip, you can do so. PayPal, laughfromhome.com. You can super chat on YouTube, or, of course, you can Venmo, top right of the screen. And while those tips come rolling in, I'm just going to show you guys this. So this is, hold on, this is the movie poster. And this was not even my costume. This is just what I was wearing when we weren't shooting. You know, that's just how I looked at the time.
This is the best booking I've ever done. I didn't even mean to do this. This is so amazing. I'm so happy.
This is part of me wants to send this to DJ so he can use it as his background. But basically, here's how this happened. So this was not the intended facial hair for the movie. I just figured I would grow a beard and that would give me a lot of choices. And so I grew the beard and I was like, okay, I'm gonna shave into a goatee. And the goatee, I was like, that didn't really work. And so then I was like, all right, maybe I'll do a mustache. I'll do just a big mustache. Bless you. And then I just shaved this part first and I was like, oh, fuck, that's the one right there. That's the look. That's the weird guy in the yoga class for sure. I'm sorry, DJ. I love you. You're wonderful. And thankfully, I do not own this ensemble. This was something where I showed up and they were like, hey, we have this shirt. What do you think of it? And I said, I think that's the fucking one. And so this is me in the movie. If you guys want to watch that, it's on Lifetime today at 8 p.m. And I believe if you don't have cable, like most people, Lifetime has a streaming service, and I think the first 7 days is a free trial. So feel free to sign up to watch Psycho Yoga Instructor, which, by the way, started as The Perfect Pose, and then Lifetime wanted to name it Psycho Yoga Killer, and then they compromised with Psycho Yoga Instructor so that it's not quite as on the nose. So that's the...
Very cool. Nice. Well,
Yeah.
we're excited for you to make your movie debut, Steve. Oh, fuck. DJ's coming back. He's figured it out. DJ has figured it out now. He's the...
You know, I was going to push back. I gotta say, I was gonna do a hard pushback on the idea that this is actually my third movie, Bowers, but this is not important anymore. That is not important anymore, because what's much more important is that it was miscast and that DJ should have been in it, and I apologize, DJ. I showed up at the casting, every one of the casting looked like you. It was ridiculous. It was the whole...
DJ, how long have you had the Hulk Hogan mustache rocking? I remember you when you shaved it for the first time. Is this something you've been doing for like the last 2 years, or you just do it like because of quarantine? What's the...
Oh, no, this is a quarantine mustache. This was, I needed a villain to chase me around the apartment. It's a fun, elaborate game I play. Who the hell's that guy? Oh, wait, that's me. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's what I did when I shaved my head earlier during the quarantine. It took me a while. Every time I walked by a mirror, I was like, bah! Oh, it's still me. Okay.
It's taken me a minute. Like, oh, yeah, this is what you're choosing right now.
Yeah.
That's my
I'm
favorite
so
moment.
uncomfortable with my arms exposed right now.
And I love how you actually ripped that shirt up. I could tell that was by hand. That wasn't scissors. That was just DJ tearing up a perfectly nice T-shirt.
I wouldn't say perfectly nice. Most all white T-shirts I have a considerable stainage down the front.
Yeah, that seemed like a generous description of that shirt. Back then.
Yeah, I didn't have to put a whole lot of elbow grease into making this one come apart.
Yeah, but it looked like the one side was real close to not even having a neck. You almost tore the whole thing in half and fucked it up.
I almost Hulk Hogan'd it by accident. Accidental Hoganing, which is what I'm going to call this mustache.
Accidental Hogan, by the way, playing next week at the Roxy, if you want to check them out.
It's where you get caught saying super racist stuff on your buddy's website.
Yeah.
There you go.
You eat corn nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I just see, like, you're at a gas station selling corn nuts. And
this is my corn nut eating shirt.
Yeah.
Like, you could totally be on a corn nuts commercial.
Yeah.
I'd buy that.
Yeah. Or in the movie Psycho Yoga Instructor. There's a lot of stuff you could do with that. I think that, and you could wrestle as well. You couldn't wrestle. You could only wrestle.
I have a taco outfit. I have an outfit I only eat when I wear when I eat tacos. Is that weird?
Is it a tuxedo with just tacos on it? Like, what is?
No, it's just I just have an outfit that's got sour cream on it already. So when I'm going to eat tacos, I just put that on. So I don't.
You have a pre-sour creamed outfit?
Yeah. Zara, you have a taco outfit? She's just getting excited.
I do. One for hard tacos, one for soft tacos. Oh, I love you.
Wait, what is the difference between the outfits? Wait, Rachel's now wrapped. Wait,
I've got a taco outfit.
Yeah. That is a burrito. That is a burrito with, yeah.
No, one time I got real drunk at a bar. I know that's surprising to you guys. It was 25-cent drafts at the Wild Beaver. I had a $127 bar tab at 25-cent drafts. I Ubered home and then took a separate Uber through the Taco Bell drive-thru where I spent $48 on Taco Bell. And then I went in my room to put on my taco outfit and just forgot I had Taco Bell and just didn't eat a fucking single taco. It was just it was all sitting on the kitchen table.
You were
when I
wearing
woke
the
up.
outfit. There wasn't a moment where you were like, why am I in the taco outfit?
I just went to bed. I think I forgot. I put on my taco clothes, and then I just sat on my bed, and then I fell asleep, and I didn't eat any tacos. So yeah, that's
all right. Well, we have to super chat Zara so we find out the difference between the hard taco and the soft taco outfit. Because that's.
Can I just say that, Zara, you look too good to be in a pandemic.
You're lovely. Thank you. Oh, I'm self-conscious.
Where are you? Are you in California?
Sydney, Australia.
Is there a pandemic there?
Yeah. And I am dickless too. So I know the feeling with you guys.
It's also it's not like an American pandemic in that like it's not like everybody's dying. Like we do it big here. You know, like when we have a pandemic, we're like, fuck it, we're number one. We have to make sure that everybody gets it. No one gets it or everybody gets it. Fuck it, that's our way. Whereas in Australia, they're just like, yeah, just a bunch of people.
We supersize it.
Yeah, yes. Hell yeah.
No, Steve, no. We are not here to fuck spiders. We are not here to fuck spiders.
I learned that phrase. Yeah, I learned that phrase. That is a wonderful phrase, by the way. We're not here to fuck spiders. Basically, is Australian for kind of like we're not fucking around, you know. Like if you so if you were to say like if someone were to say to Bauer, like if Bowers goes to a bar and been like, hey, you want a drink, and Bowers would be like, well, I'm not here to fuck spiders. Like that's
I would get drunk.
A wonderful
I like
phrase.
it. That's actually a really badass thing. I'm gonna start saying. Fucking let's do that. Do I have to have one of those cowboy hats with one of the sides pushed up to say it, or can I just say it normally? I don't want to appropriate your culture, Zara. How do we do this?
You guys actually think we wear Kubra hats? That's adorable.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think that's true.
He totally thinks it's true.
He thinks it's true. I had to
probably
just bounce out for a minute. I apologize. It's going to be fine, but my dog just came in here acting super weird, and we had to take him to the vet suddenly. Something was in his ear. So Carmel's taking care of that. I hop back onto the broadcast. and I just immediately hear Zara saying, "I'm dickless too." I don't know what happened.
It was actually, she was saying it to me, which was a little mean. But
That makes me feel worse.
it's
Wow.
no.
Thanks, guys.
We were
Now
just
I feel
discussing
worse about
taco
it.
outfits. Ben, what do you wear to eat tacos?
Yeah.
Oh, when I usually wear tacos, I'll wear a poncho and a big sombrero, and I like to bring my little wooden guitar and I sing to everybody in the taco place.
Yeah, that doesn't sound offensive at all. That's great. I assumed you were wearing the poncho just to catch all the sour cream so it doesn't sour cream your shirt like happened to Bowers. So Bowers has a taco outfit. We just learned this because it's pre-sour creamed.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to wash it. It's going to get sour cream on it again tomorrow, so I'll just...
Yeah, but you could also wear it...
You didn't remove the sour cream stain. Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, I tried. It just didn't come out, so now it's my taco shirt.
Yeah, the problem is, Ben, when you lick a shirt, it doesn't wash it much. So
I wash my clothes like a cat. Is that what you're saying?
It was
Only when they have
regular
sour cream
cream,
on
and
them.
he just left it there a long time.
Also, as soon as Steve said, when you lick a shirt, it doesn't wash it much, Taylor just chimed in the chat and said, that one hurt.
Gonna get to some tips?
Yeah, let's do some tips. Let's get there.
Okay. So Dun Talk started us off with 25 Canadian. They said for Karen.
Nice.
We've got Jess in our live audience, $25. She's like, great set. You're awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that you're Karen and you're not a twat.
Oh, you're. Thank you. I love
Dave Adler, $5 and said, awesome set. Great educator for your sons.
Nice.
Graham Thomas in our live audience, $10. Nice set. We've got 2 young boys who have started asking those questions. We might just play them your video.
That's all. I should tip you.
Zara in the live audience, 25 Aussie. Karen, that blood-curdling scream ironically sounded like a mix of koalas and bonobos copulating. Why do you do this to me, Zara? Chicken fertilization just requires that both parties must have mated prior to the formatino of the egg. Stay funny. Formation. You spelled it wrong.
Okay, mea culpa. I'll take that.
By the way, Karen,
Zara,
just to let you, Karen and DJ, just to let you in on what's going on right now. So Zara works with and knows everything about animals, and Rachel can't pronounce basic words. And so the combination of the two things makes for a hell of a moment every episode. So
I felt like Rachel was getting the birds and the bees talk from Zara right there. I think she was like picking up tips. Like, oh, is that how it works? Okay, yes, ovum. Thank you.
yeah, well, when a koala and a bonobo love each other and they get together.
Oh no! Guys, I just realized that my dress actually looks like a reproductive system. The shit. What the fuck is this? What is this?
All right, you know what that is? That is a taco dress, is what that is. All right, Rachel, what else do we have?
All right, we've got Alla Rich Felvin, $5 for the manager Karen harassed today.
Nice.
We've got Tam in our live audience, $5. Karen, thanks for the sex ed. I learned a lot. We've got Razor, $5. Karen, can you do that scream one more time? Steve's picture is making every Village People song play in my head at the same time.
Right.
We had Jake, $2 and said, Karen, why is your computer facing out the window?
You know why? Because everybody in the fucking family gets a room with a computer, and I, who not only am a performer but a writer, my computer is in the kitchen. I'm like Cinderella here.
But why is it aiming out the window?
Oh, because it's not the other way? Because there's like
Because what?
It's where my desk is. It's a desk thing.
No, we're talking about the computer that's just sitting behind you, looking out the window by itself. That one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought that just said, like, maybe on the screen it just said support frontline workers. It was just like a very low effort way.
Yeah.
So pigeons can hop in and check their email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or their Twitter.
Even because even if it's broken, I still don't understand, Karen. Why is it aiming out the window? Are you punishing it for being broken?
You know why? Honestly, this is so boring, but I'm gonna give you the real answer. When I do a show at night, sometimes there's a reflection of light, and like the computer like gives it a little bit because we don't have a shade.
Ah, so okay.
Money will go to getting a shade. Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys want to tip Karen so that she can afford a window shade, that would be great. Or if anybody wants to buy a broken computer, Karen is selling one. So if you want to pick up a broken computer, that'd be great.
You're
Rachel,
right, but
what else?
it does look
what
like
else we got?
it's in timeout, though, Ben. You're right.
It really does.
It's in a timeout. Like, go sit in the corner till you don't show porn to my kids.
No, I honestly.
That wasn't me.
I think the computer is just wistfully looking outside the window, hoping quarantine ends. It's just like, oh, remember when we could go outside? We missed that.
The computer needs a little hand going like this.
Even
Yeah.
I will remember you.
By the way, how the fuck did Ben just say something needs a little hand and not have his little prop hand?
I'm having a weird day, you guys. Or am I? Wait, what?
I'm like still worried about your dog. Like that has not. Is your dog gonna be okay?
I can give you an update. My girlfriend just texted me that you took her to the vet, took him to the vet emergency, and they just said she has to come back at 7. So I guess it's not pressing. He just got like a foxtail in his ear, and there's some other stuff in there, and so we don't know how that got in there, and he's shaking his head a lot. So we're gonna get it out, but he's not in any dire danger, so we're all good. I'm sorry for even telling you guys. I'm sorry for alerting you. I feel terrible.
No, but now I'm thinking you live in like the forest. Okay.
I do. I do live in the forest.
Yes,
I
yes.
live in the city. When you say things like a fox, I don't even know what that is. A foxtail.
Yeah, it's.
I thought maybe it was like a foxtail, but then I'm thinking probably it's a plant, right?
Yeah, no, it's not the tail of a fox. It's a foxtail. It's just the name of I don't know what it is either. My girlfriend called it that.
It's those little weeds that look a little bit like porcupine things.
Oh, like a foxtail. They look like a foxtail. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
The
they
weeds
look like
a foxtail.
They look like a
okay.
foxtail. Yeah, I just love the idea that like Henry came into Ben's office and there's just a whole tail of a fox just coming out of his ear, and Ben casually is like, "Hey, anything wrong, buddy? You okay?" And he's just like got a whole.
There was also the body of a fox in his mouth. I didn't pay mind to that. So it was pretty confusing. In my house in the woods, we don't have computers, but we do take our basket of fresh lemons and put that out the window to think about what it's done.
Yeah. All right. So Rachel, what else we got?
We've got Brock Faircloth on Facebook. I'm 36 and I just found out how babies are made, so thanks. 800 stars.
Which, by the way, we did just learn that 800 stars are worth an amount.
We had some generals coming in. It was 5 euros.
That's Bonanza. What? But you're doing Bonanza?
Didn't Bonanza have generals in it?
The one guy had a cavalry hat, but I'm not sure they had generals.
Yeah, Bonanza, that show about World War II with the generals.
it not possible that during Bonanza times they came in and they wanted to give a general tip to somebody for a great joke?
I think they had a general store.
You think it's like Gilligan's Island where the Globetrotters just showed up on Bonanza once and there was a general episode and a bunch of other random shit? Is that what you're going for?
You guys, I've never seen Bonanza or this show, and now I'm very confused.
Girlfriend just made me sing this song. I don't even know what it is.
Ben, this show is Bonanza.
Wait, so am I one of the generals?
Yes, you are one of the generals in Bonanza. I play a yoga instructor.
Oh, a psycho murdering yoga instructor, right?
Nope, I did not murder anyone, or did I? You'll have to watch and find out today at 8 o'clock on Lifetime.
I will be high.
And I'm Big Hoss.
Rachel, what else we got?
We have, let's see, there was another tip for Karen that just came in. Josh Ross, $2. Here's for the window shade.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice,
We've
nice.
got, what's her name?
If they tip you enough cash, you could just tape it to the window.
Yeah.
I like that with the stars.
Yes.
Connie Smeets, €5. Psycho yoga teacher present for Steve.
Oh yeah, nice.
Gray Wolf, $5. This is my first show. Much love from Stockton. I'll try to behave, Steve.
Oh,
Much
God.
appreciated. Thank you.
All right.
Do you know what that's
Shannon,
a reference to, Steve?
I assume just him seeing any of my videos ever.
No, I'm thinking it was that couple in Stockton that had sex in the front row during your show. Remember that?
Oh, right. Oh, fuck, right. I didn't connect it.
That guy must have been at that show.
This is how many fucked up shows I have done. I forgot about the couple that went at it in the front row of a show in Stockton, California less than a year ago. I completely forgot about that.
Making out, she was sitting on his lap, he had his hand up her skirt, it was bananas. And he's talking about it the whole time, and they're laughing and just getting more and more into it. It was fucking crazy.
It was bonanza.
Well, hopefully that guy's general was reporting for duty, you know what I'm saying?
Standing at attention.
That's right.
Yeah.
Probably what happened, I imagine, was Steve told them to get fucked, and they just took it seriously.
The most amazing part about that clip, by the way, is that normally I will set up 3 cameras, pretty much one head on and 2 at 45-degree angles, and the bar was set up that it was a very long bar, and so it didn't really make sense to do that. So we had like 2 that were kind of at 30 degrees, and then the third one I was like, I don't know what to do with this, so I just set it on the floor and rolled from the stage, and it was pointed at them. And I didn't realize that until like halfway through dealing with them, and I looked down and I was like, oh I'm so glad I turned that on. This is amazing. And so they're like straight up on camera the whole time.
And that video has gotten Steve through quarantine, you know what I'm saying?
Let me just say, it's been a bit of a bonanza here as well.
Hey, by the way, I'm pretty sure any comic, if this was a category, this would be their category, is people laughing at our jokes while having sex. Like, that I think would be like right?
As our favorite thing, you mean?
I'm saying, like, if they were fucking and they were laughing at your set, would that not make it hotter as a comic? Like, they're laughing at your jokes while they're having, like, you're watching porn.
Oh,
anyways,
you're saying that we would want that. Oh, yeah, but they weren't laughing. I mean, who said they were laughing?
That girl was into you, man. She thought it was hilarious.
I'm kidding. I was being self-deprecating just then.
Well,
I mean, she was either coming or laughing, but it was one of the things. She was very loud. She was fucking into it.
Yeah, she was after each joke, she was going right there, which was weird. That's a weird reaction.
Yeah.
It's like, she thinks I'm right.
Steve thought that she was calling him a god for having written great jokes. Oh, God. And also, Steve is being very humble because I heard Steve got a standing ovation at the end of that set, and when the guy stood up, the girl just fell on the ground. Really difficult.
Yeah. Sorry, Rachel. What else do we have coming in?
I saw people having sex at a Denny's once. Go ahead, Rachel.
Ben, Denny's is not going to sponsor us, no matter how much you tell that story.
Let's just say they were especially embarrassed to order the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity breakfast that day.
Yeah. That sounds like a grand slam. Sorry, go ahead, Rachel.
Shannon Kerr tipped the show $25 and said, "Hey Steve, the No Pants crew is watching your movie tonight using my Hulu account and Raz's Zoom. Wish us luck, mostly on my ability to make this work for about 50 people around the world."
That is both amazing and also I have a live show at Nowhere tonight, so I would rather you guys watch that, but thank you.
Ooh, don't watch my movie. Watch my headlining set. Quit being a dick, man. Just whatever they're going to watch. Jesus.
It's not a headlining set.
God
It's Ask
damn
Us
it.
Anything show.
Some of us don't have headlining sets or a fucking movie.
I don't have a movie. I have a psycho yoga instructor. There's a difference. Well, no, it is a movie, but someone in the comments today said something about excited to watch my film. I'm like, this is not a film. This is a movie.
Yeah, you have movie privilege, Steve. You have movie privilege.
Yeah, I apologize for
some of us don't have movies to
my
reference, so don't make fun of the movie you're in, you dick. That's all right.
I apologize.
Rach, are we caught up?
No.
No.
Done talk. 5 Canadian. Rachel's favorite dish, pasta di formentino?
That said spaghetti and meatballs. Wait, Ehol just tipped Zara $2?
He did.
Okay.
One for each taco outfit. That's perfect.
Steve Grorak, $5. Queen's brows on fleek, but I'm donating to hear her slaughter my name. Grorak, right? That sounds right.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the monsters in the Star Wars franchise, right? Didn't they have to go up against the Grorak at one point?
Star Wars with you.
No,
I don't know.
It's a joke. I'm not actually asking you if you've seen Star Wars.
That
Rachel.
was it was the Sarlacc pit, Steve. That was the Sarlacc pit, but you were close.
I was.
Oh my God, you boys. Not
You
on my
used
watch.
the-
What you're talking about either, Rachel.
You use the correct thing.
Ben's
It's not men, it's boys. Yeah.
Look at Ben behind him. There's a fucking. Oh no, it's not. I missed. I thought that was like that Death Star thing as that baseball cap behind you. It looked like that. Isn't
No,
that
that's-
Star Wars? That like death thing circle.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a death
how.
thing, yeah.
This is
Circle
how
death
little. This is how little Rachel knows. Yeah, in that last movie when they went up against that circle death thing, you know, when Doc Vader came in, it was great. Oh, that was really scary. When he's like, Luke, nice to meet you. It was like, oh, it was big. It was really big. It was like, Luke, I'm the man now. All right, sorry.
I'm the captain now, dog.
All right, last two. So we had Josh Ross, $2 more for Karen, and says window cash, a good way to get robbed.
Yes.
Nice.
And then Angie tipped the show $15. Tip for the group. Thank you for doing this. We needed these laughs.
Awesome. Thanks so
Excellent.
much.
Thank you much.
All
And also,
right.
I just want to point out that Taylor in the chat said, please don't insult my interests. And Tam also said, this is so hurtful as a Star Wars fan. Tears.
You lost the
Yeah.
crowd, Rach. Oh, God.
Yeah. Rachel's like, hey, I didn't mean to insult you. I love Captain Kirk. And then just gets murdered by the Star Wars fans.
Taylor just muted me. Rude. Rude. Another comic. Let's do DJ.
Let's do another comic. We're
Taylor
gonna go-
found your lack of faith disturbing. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to bring our next comic to the stage. I'm very excited. He's a writer on the Bob and Tom Show. Give it for everybody. DJ Dangler, everybody.
I'll start out by trying to make it up to the Star Wars nerds or the space. In all of the space movies, and I watch all of them, but how do all the old people know how to do shit? That like Like, I saw my dad's 80 years old, and I saw him get stuck behind a self-checkout line at Walmart for 25 minutes. Like, you want to tell me, Kat, like, you want to tell me Jean-Luc Picard just knows how to use a replicator? Fuck yourself. Half of that show should be him yelling at Wesley to come up and make the replicator work right. Like, I get this replicator to, I don't know. My coffee tastes like semen. I don't know anything. You think old people are ready for the holodeck? You know how many, my dad used to just search boobs in his window. We're not ready for the holodeck. I'm scared. I feel like that now. Like, I still feel like 2020 is so much the future. Like, things are bad right now objectively, but I was raised evangelical, so I didn't think we were going to make it past the millennium. Like I was raised the type of Christian that is mostly apocalypse based. Like that was so like if someone was to come and say 2020, all we had was like, I don't like you guys are going to have a pandemic and reality star TV president, I'd be like, we're fucking winning. Like we're doing okay. Blade Runner, the movie Blade Runner happened in 2019. We're not doing great, but we're fucking better than people thought it was gonna. 2001 happened 19 years ago. 2010 happened, check my math, but is that right? The movies don't line up. I feel like a kid that was never expected to graduate high school, and now I'm like 24 working at a gas station, and I'm fucking smug about it. Like I'm not happy, but I'm okay. Pandemic, the mustache grew out of the pandemic. Like I mentioned earlier, that was a thing. It's made social distancing way easier. I don't have to wear a mask or shit. Like, you guys don't really get it like all the way. This is fun. Like this is okay. Like with the headset and the glasses, I think I look like one of the smart G.I. Joes. But right now, I'm your fucking least favorite uncle. I am a heartbeat away from being like I have that look that's like, it's kind of, people don't know what to make. I'm accidentally creepy a lot. Does it, like if I tuck in a shirt, I look full of hate. Does that, if I have a button down shirt on and I tuck it in, like that guy's gonna tell me about the Second Amendment. Go. Now, I feel like with the headset, I've never had this on before, and I feel like a motivational speaker with really low expectations for you guys. You guys can get some socks on today. Fuck shoes, those are for maybe in the future, but you can fucking order a pizza. You're a superstar. Feel real odd about talking about just accidentally creepy. I feel weird. Like me yelling anything never looks like a peaceful protest. Does that make sense? Like I could be handing out flowers and they'd be like, I don't like the fucking way that dude did it. Like, I have a hard time making complaint. People blame me for shit, which is okay because I do a lot of stuff, but I get blamed for stuff I was on the road like before quarantine, and this is like my favorite example of just not being able to complain. I was in Wisconsin driving around telling jokes, and I was at a little restaurant, right? Like a little pizza place, and I love it. And they did the thing that like small towns do, where they put up all like the local sports teams on the wall, right? Like all the football teams or the basketball team. But this one, the local mascot must have been the Lumberjacks, which makes perfect sense in Wisconsin or wherever. but like it had the high school girls swim team underneath these great big block letters that just said Jack Nation. And I was just like, how the fuck am I smarter than every person in this town in Wisconsin? Like, how could I couldn't like go up to the thing and be like, hey, you know that like poster you've got of like, I don't know, 20 or 30 high school age girls in swimsuits underneath the words Jack Nation? Just don't do that anymore. How's there not one angry mom or well-meaning big brother that's like, hey, how about you make fucking Sally not part of your jerk-off Pokemon poster? Like, because that's our high school kids. They're gonna get them all. Like, they're but I can't point that. I can't be the dude coming up with this mustache pointing out the Jack Nation poster. We've already got it fucking wrapped up, assuming I want one to go. It's just, I don't know. But I'm happy. I am. I'm doing okay. Things are better. I just signed up to do a comic book convention when they open up again. Like they pushed it back to December, and that's my favorite. You've seen me do the Comic Cons and shit. Last year we dressed up, and that was this. You guys seem like the right crowd. You guys look like you've read books on purpose and not gotten mad about it. Last year I dressed up for Comic-Con. We got a bunch of, like, we always do fun stuff. Like, we get like a whole bunch of comics. We go crazy on Instagram, like trying to get the best post. We like last year we got like 5 Harley Quinns in one picture together. So we had like a quintet of Harley Quinns. We got like a whole quiver of arrows together one time. That was super fun. We got 3 girls dressed up like 11 from Stranger Things to sing a song by the band 311. A moment that was so meta, every person at the convention just got a nosebleed. It was perfect. We dressed up last year and I loved it. It was an easy costume. So I'm all about very lazy, if you didn't notice by my spot on Steve Hofstetter cosplay. But last year we went to we dressed up as the Westeros Baptist Church. Mashed up Game of Thrones and those hate mongers that protest. Like, we made a bunch of signs that said shit like, keep the White Walkers white and God hates stags. Just yell at people for put pants on your robot. Dumbledore deserved it. If we ever saw people like dating outside of their universe, we lost our shit on them. If we saw like a Darth Vader dating like a Superman, we'd be like, you need to stick to your own kind, sinner. Lois and Clark, not Lois and Stark. You need to get your life right. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting out there and seeing you nerds. I'm going crazy on my own. But thanks, guys. That was super fun.
Woo! DJ Dangler, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dangler.
DJ Dangler. Please give it up for DJ Dangler. Hell of a set, DJ. That was fantastic. By the way, I think the tank top made the uncle joke work that much more. Also, that old people doing tech in movies is such a good concept. Chewie over here over my shoulder was 200 years old. How the fuck does he know how to operate that thing? That's incredible. I gave my mother an extra webcam, and she was like, how do I use it? I was like, you plug it in and then use it. She's like, where? I'm like, in the program you wanted it. Never mind. All right.
Hey, it's the Death Circle. Yeah. Rachel has the Death Circle. Nice work, Rach.
Yeah. And a green screen.
Yeah, that green screen's really coming along.
Not only can parents not understand how to use technology, even when you try to FaceTime them to look at what they're looking at, they can't understand how to show you what you need to see to help them. It's like, Dad, show me the computer screen. No, not your nose again. No, not randomly the ceiling fan. The computer, please. At this point, just turn your computer, face it out the window.
My mom Mom once sent me a picture. She was at a grocery store or at a department store. She sent me a picture to see if I wanted this from. She's like, "Would you like this for Christmas?" And it was just a picture of her face. And she sent it to me as a text. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd love that for Christmas, Mom. That'd be a nice present. Thanks."
Okay, Zoomer.
Dina in the chat just said, "Okay, Zoomer, nicely done." Yeah.
Nice, Rach. Let's get some tips for the DJ.
Yeah, let's get up. So, Zara had tipped $10 and said for DJ to flex. This was a pre-show tip. So,
I'm not a big man. Brawny dude.
Love the shoulders. Angie, $25 tip for DJ Dangler. Love the mustache.
Nice.
By the way, I just want to add real quick that I did not turn my video off when I leaned in too close to the camera. I think Zoom was like, "No, thank you." Like, off.
We have Done Talk 25 Canadian for DJ for hope for a brighter future. For hope for a brighter future.
That's what lost you? Hope for a
There's
brighter
just a lot
future?
of like
Words?
hope for a bright. Say it, please. Hope for a brighter future.
Hope
for a brighter future.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I like the sentiment.
Yes, it's a very nice sentiment.
Tam in our live audience, $5. DJ, according to my former religion, the world was ending in 1979. Glad we're still here despite current events.
Yeah, we're doing great.
So weird. That's the year I was born, so I guess it kind of did. All right.
I want DJ and Bowers to start a religion that's just based on everything's perfect.
Everything's
going great.
okay.
Yeah.
Doing hot dog barbecues every day. The world's burning all around them.
See, but that is the opposite of religion. Like, if you ever see the commercials for, like, because they'll air commercials for, like, the Church of Latter-day Saints and stuff, every one of those religious commercials on TV are, like, two people talking. One's like, "My life's not going well, things aren't good, and I got divorced and everything," and their friend is like, "Have you tried Jesus? Have you read the book?" It's never been like, "Hey, things are wonderful." Be like, "Well, have you thought about adding religion to it?" Be like, "No, fuck that. Things are good. I don't need that bullshit." Happy.
Get them while
Why
they're
would I
down,
need that when I'm
Steve.
happy?
They
Get
picture
'em while
Jesus
they're
like it's
down.
an antidepressant.
That is what they do. Basically, they're like, "Well, your doctor can prescribe Jesus. Side effects could include thinking you're better than other people." Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, stuff's going so weird in the world lately. I gotta be honest, Scientology's looking pretty good right about now. It's looking pretty good. I mean, they're a very clever religion. You wonder why they have so many entertainers in it. One day, many years ago, I was just walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and they convinced me to come in for one of those like stress tests, IQ tests that they do. And I just took this 15-minute test, and they were like, "Okay, couple things. First of all, you're very smart. We see those numbers right here. Also, just so you know, in our religion, artists are the most powerful people because they dream the dreams of the future. You want to be one of the most powerful people in a religion?" I was like, "God damn, that sounds nice."
Yeah, especially an aspiring actor. Like, all they have to do is be like, "Hey, we could consider you for this audition," and like half of Hollywood is just like, "All right, sign me up. I'm in."
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my problem is I tried out for Scientology and didn't get a call back. Is that weird?
Yeah, took the test and they were like, "We'll get back to you."
I aced the written portion of that test, by the way, but the sucking Tom Cruise's dick part wasn't great for me. I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Too much teeth. Too much teeth.
Yeah, a lot of teeth.
Yeah, a lot of
He
talking.
has a real weird toothy penis. People don't talk about it. Post mutant dong.
True.
That's why fucking.
Plus, I was trying to get a rhythm going. He just kept jumping up and down on the couch. It was very
By the way, I was laughing too hard to do the joke about Toothy Penis being a band name. I was laughing too hard. I couldn't even do it.
That's why fucking Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible. It's the toothy penis. Okay, Rachel, let's catch us up.
Tips. We have Jessica in our live audience, $25. With a name like DJ Dangler, how do you ever become a comic and not a club kid?
I think what that name is how he became a comic.
We have Zara, 20 Aussie. Forget least favorite uncle. DJ reminds me of a kind-hearted Mark Chopper Reed. Mad respect for your cosplay game. Because of the Game of Thrones reference, I am now getting my soft taco shirt. Where is it?
By the way, I looked this up. Mark Chopper Reed was an Australian convicted criminal.
So I'm on brand.
Yeah, you didn't have to say convicted criminal. You could have just said Australian. I think we would have figured it out.
That's the old days. And by the way, let me just say, America was founded when the British people kicked out religious folks. Australia was founded when British people kicked out criminals. I'd rather hang there.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. That was a compliment. Okay.
I mean, also Steve endorsing a country with that very frightening visage of himself over his shoulder really is not a great endorsement.
Yeah, they. I don't know. Have you been? I would fit right in Darwin. That is what they. Darwin
Sweet
is like
Darwin
their,
burn, bro. No, I get it. Sweet.
Steve Hofstetter burns audience with very specific regional geographic-based lamb.
Our Australian viewers are real happy right now. All right, they.
We're gonna sing you the whole seat, but in Darwin, you only need the edge. What'd you say, Ben?
Unless they're from Darwin, am I right?
Yeah. Actually, yes. All right, what else we got?
We have Razor, $5. DJ, if they ever have a casting call for Wilford Brimley's origin story, you should start practicing saying diabetes right now.
I love
Lean
the
into
idea.
the oak man.
I love the idea of not even like a younger Wilford Brimley, but origin story. Like Wilford Brimley was made in some sort of a Quaker Oats accident. You know, like there was an accident at the Quaker Oat factory between like Quaker Oats and Werther's Original, and all of a sudden just out comes Wilford Brimley.
I love the idea of writing the origin story of Wilford Brimley. It's dark.
In the middle, he fights Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah.
Rachel,
What'd you say, Karen?
Wait,
Rachel, for somebody who has problems pronouncing things, your pronunciation of diabetes was exceptional.
I appreciate you, Karen. I'm glad somebody recognizes. Let's see what else we have. We have Dave Adler, $5. Great set, DJ. I'm not sure about Creepy Uncle. How about with the name Porn Set DJ?
Might have been porn stash.
He said set, but yeah, maybe.
Says I'm picky. He's right, I am picky. That's why I use life insurance from whoever the fucking company was. Sorry. Yep. Thank you.
All right. Graham Thomas in our live audience, $10. I loved it. I've managed to gate crash a cosplay party, being thrown on, I assume, thrown on by a stormtrooper, and a fat Doctor Who was worth it.
Nice.
I love it. We had
DJ, I loved when you came out of the cocoon in Cocoon. I'm sorry, I just want to fill the gap there.
All right. Done Talk, $5. Speaking of movie credits, I've always wondered how Ben got a cameo on the Emmy-nominated Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
It was not Emmy nominated. It was a movie, so I don't understand that part of the question. But Kevin Smith has put me in all of his projects in the last few years. My podcast is on his network, and he offered me a part in it. He offered me actually a bigger part in it to play Ted Underhill, little Fletch shout out in the movie. But he literally texted me the morning of the party. He's like, any chance you could get to New Orleans by this evening? I literally woke up. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I threw a suit into a backpack, sped to the airport in an Uber, and all flights were sold out. Couldn't get there. I was calling any friend I knew from college that flew like a World War II single-engine Cessna, see if I could get there. I could not get there. Had to turn down the part in the movie. And Kevin, being an amazing human being, felt so bad and appreciated that I tried so hard. They wrote me another part and gave me a little one-line cameo at the climax of the movie. And so I've got one line. It's no psycho yoga instructor kind of acting work, but I do my best.
Understandable. Ben, by the way, went to a high school where people were taught how to fly single-engine Cessnas, which is why he had so many friends that had those.
This was college. This was college. This was a friend
sorry.
who was in the Navy. How dare you disrespect our troops? Let's move on.
You said plural. You said any. You said
no. Ben has 2 single-engine Cessnas in his office right now. He just doesn't know how to fly.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Couple more before the game. So Raymond Benson, $10. Queen Rachel's biggest phobia? Hippopotamonstrous quipped daliophobia.
Ooh, nice.
The great thing is, a word like that, we have no idea if she got it right or not. We have no idea. Like, that's not one we can, like, make fun of. We're like, yeah, fucking nailed it, whatever the hell that word was.
Throw some more orangutans at her. Those are sons of bitches. She struggled like all hell with the bonobos. I saw it.
Rude. Jason Bolton, 10 Aussie. I lived 20 years in Alice Springs. The Darwin Slam had me pissing myself laughing. Your specific regional-based slam landed hard with that one, with at least one viewer. Respect.
Fuck yes. As I've always said, if you could make just one person laugh, you'll have done a set like I just did.
All right. We're ready for the game.
All right. So again, the game is the biography of our fans of SDSC Nation. So, comments, you're going to vote once we talk about the paid ones. You'll vote. Again, some of these will be inside jokes you won't get, but do your best. So, Rach, what we got?
Okay, so let's see who in our live audience wants to do one. Tam, Dina. Yep, Tam's waving at me. Let's do that.
Hey, mine is SDSC, flying by the seat of the pants, and most of us aren't wearing.
I like it.
Just with cooking. Anybody else, Dina? Okay. So let's go to, these are the unpaid ones that I really liked. So we've got Shelly, SDSC. We'll never know what's in the box.
Nice.
I like it.
These are all going to be inside jokes. Then we have that Lane boy, SDSC. Taylor, the ultimate super fan. He makes every show.
Nice.
We have Raz. We're not here to fuck spiders.
I like it. Nice.
I knew you'd like that one, Zara. Okay, and so these are the paid entry. These are the ones that we're going to be voting on. So first up is Done Talk. We've got I turned into this shit, a coronavirus story.
Is it tuned in?
It's tuned in.
Okay, just making sure.
Can I just check out of today? Can I just restart my day?
I think you did a half hour ago.
And I've got Ben's show after this. God fucking help me. I'm sorry, Ben.
Thank you so much. People are talking with great anticipatory reviews like God
I'm singing for me.
help me.
I mean for me. I'm so
That's a great
off.
That's a great pull quote for the poster, Ben. Fucking God fucking help me. Queen
I'm
Rachel.
doing a show with great groups tonight. God fucking help us all. Do we have to attend?
We had so did we start our paid entries? We did, right?
No, not yet.
Right. Yes, Yeah, it was Done Talk. I tuned in for this shit.
Oh,
I wrote
yeah.
a
Okay,
verse, Cyrus.
yeah. He turned in.
Tesha. Tuned in. Tesha. Fuck you means I love you and Razian.
I'm just trying to reply to. I'm trying to think of a reply to Rachel's compliment with a multisyllabic word for "fuck you."
Fuck you. Okay.
That's still one syllable, Bowers. Still one syllable.
All right. We have Elizabeth Ann. Fact checked by Savannah Martin. Isolation Nation. Fact checked by Savannah Martin.
I like that.
And then we've got Savannah Martin. Isolation Nation. Listen, puns, hot dogs, and shower zooms for money.
Oh.
That was my most proud moment of my career. That shower Zoom I did.
Yeah.
All right, we have Lola. 45% fan club, 45% support group, and 10% orgies. I'm not here for that.
What would be amazing is if there's 10 people in that. One person having a very lonely orgy. And that person's from Darwin, am I right, guys?
Sorry, died on Darwin.
See, Australians get the joke. Australians think it's hilarious. You guys just don't travel. All right.
All right. Lola. We came for Steve and stayed for the hot dog. Zara had one. Zara, do you want to do yours on camera?
Wait, by the way, the title of that last one is also describe what happened to that Stockton show. Sorry.
I don't know if they came for Steve, but they came for somebody. That's
Arrived for Steve and came for the hot dog.
Wow. Rachel, I'm
Zara,
good.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm good.
yours. You want to do yours?
Sure. I had the start my video. Yes, I would love to start my video.
I don't know if I like that entry. I don't even get it.
Sorry, I turned off while I was changing, so I wouldn't be changing on camera.
Actually, by the way, the start my video. I would love to start my video is also a great name for the autobiography of the fans. That's a great.
I also love that Rachel just booed Zara not changing on camera.
Well, you wanna
boobs?
Yeah.
Boo. She was saying boobs. She wasn't booing her.
Yeah.
Girl, I love you. Yeah. Okay, now my mind's going places. So my entry.
Wow.
Damn girl. The SDSC crowd, the Trans-Pacific partnership we all needed, and this is the hard taco shirt.
Nice.
Nice.
Because baddest bitch in the game, Olena Tyrell.
Yes.
Because I guess, I know, when it comes to eating hard tacos, it's always going to be me, and it stops me from choking.
Oh.
So nice.
What about eating tacos?
Very specific references.
It was
Nice.
me.
And now Rachel's sweating because now you're talking about taco. All right, well, we are learning a lot on this episode. We are learning a great deal.
All right.
I'm a little flush.
The queen has some demands.
Jeremy Day, No Pants Nation, Snickersing after hours.
Okay.
Nice. I think
Lola.
he candied the autobiography.
Maybe. Lola, if Bowers is the brain, Ben the heart, and Steve the dick of the tripod, we must be life support because there's no way that thing could exist on its own.
Oh my god, that's good.
entry was that?
That was Lola's.
Oh, good.
Lola's great. All right. Renee. Will this still be funny when it's mispronounced? Diary of an SDSC gamer.
That is wow.
Fuck. All right. Amensala. SDSC summary. Hot dogs and eggshells. Rachel can't spell, and we're all going to hell. Jeremy Day. Isolation Nation. The no pants wearing, globe spanning, hand drawn dick pics, soliciting, inside joke cracking, pun battling, marathon zooming, sleep deprived gang.
All right.
A little long.
Okay.
And the last one that I'm seeing, and I'll check Venmo, Elizabeth Ann. In hindsight, we don't know why we kept watching.
That's why I never started.
Nice.
All right,
That it?
that's it. Let's not do more.
All right. So comics, I know it's tough, but any of those you liked? Karen, what does any of those you liked that made enough sense to vote for?
I have to say I loved Zara's because I got it.
Girl?
I love the one that I'm gonna misquote it, but at the end you don't know why you're watching. Very clever. There were a lot that I could tell were really funny if I knew what the fuck you were talking about.
That's most of the show.
They were clever. I felt a little bit like maybe these people should be like doing some comedy on the show.
Well, they help us every day. Do you have one specific one you want to vote for?
I'll vote for Zara because I feel like she put on a costume. She did. There were a lot of production values to her.
All right, DJ.
I think I'm gonna pick the brain heart dick one just because I want to see the cover art. In my head, it's gonna look a lot like when Anakin got cut up in Episode 3. And it's gonna be like, I love it, like Hofstadter's little face over the genitals. It'd be adorable.
Look, I totally agree. I'm a huge fan of the Meshack Taylor, Christy Swanson classic mannequin.
Rachel,
what's your vote?
Rachel, before you vote, I'm also curious, what is Rachel of the show? Like if it's we've got the brains, the heart,
she's
the
the mouth.
So she's the mouth of the show?
Okay.
You're so unhappy with that.
Brain, like the chopped liver.
No, she's the eyebrows. She's the brows of the show.
I'm the eyebrows of the show.
There you go. Eyebrows, perfect.
Just
good
eyebrows.
job, Steve. She's the brows.
I like that one. I liked Renee's entry just because it's so on point. Will this still be funny when it's mispronounced? Diary of an SDSC gamer.
Nice.
Yep. That's also my vote. I really liked that one. That was very funny and perfect. That's my vote. So that's 2 for that one. Ben, what was your favorite?
My vote, I really loved life support, Dick Hart brains, but I have to vote for, will this still be funny when it's mispronounced? So good.
So my vote doesn't count because that one already wins, but that's also the one I was going to vote for because I can't tell you how many times we did not get the joke and then just found out the joke was different than the one that was said, and that's why we didn't get it. So that was awesome. So many wonderful entries. Well done. If you are the winner of that, of course, as always, you can go to laughfromhome.com and email us to claim your prize while you're there. You can also pick up tickets to a future front row.
Also, Steve is a very civic-minded person, and somebody has to do a supercut mashup of just all the times Steve has very emphatically said on this show, my vote does not count.
What wasn't that the theme of the whole slogan of your whole presidential campaign, Ben? Wasn't it? It does not count.
I should have brought little hands and hot dogs. It would have changed everything.
Yeah. I gotta say, living in blue states my whole life, my vote has pretty much never counted. So,
Rachel, do you have any? Well, first comics. Is there anything? I mean, this is very. There's no way you're gonna have any of these. But if you had one, we could listen. If you got one.
Sorry, just real quick, Bauer. Just real quick. Press secretary destroys chances of candidate to win presidency.
I mean, did I? Okay, so
He's not even sure, you guys. He's not even sure. Have you even met me, Steve? I'm Ben. I was your candidate.
I thought I was Beto's press secretary. I did this all wrong. I'm sorry.
No.
All right. Probably the comics don't, because these are specific about the fans. We understand that. So Rachel, did you have any that you wanted to put in?
No, I don't.
I know Bowers has a ton. We're probably going to close with Bowers on this one instead, unless Ben, do you have a lot?
I do have a good amount of them.
All right, I'll do mine real quick because I only have two. I just did two. I mean, you guys are all wonderful. I didn't really want to make fun of you guys, but I just have two real quick. I have Crime and Punishment, the Jeremy Day story.
Nice.
And I also have Savannah Martin, the Big Book of Comedians tweets from 8 years ago.
Nice.
I love you guys so much too and appreciate you so much, and I do want to make fun of you. So here we go. I've got the ins and outs of whale penis and sloth anus, the Zara Bending story. I've got give to those less fortunate than you. Give to those who have nothing. Give to SDSC, the Z Bunster story.
Yes.
I've got the Frank Notaro story. I don't know if you know this, but he was the host of Street Smarts. I've got She Doesn't Ask, She Just Grabs, the Lola Grabner story. Done talk. I've decided to talk just one more time. From tame to tam, how SDSC livened up my life, the Tam Brown story. We've got wieners, cheese, eggs, oh my, the de-evolution of the art of the Winkleplex. We've got, I'm mostly known from the SDSC video front row, but I'm also in O-Town, the Trevor Pennick story. Sorry about the weed whacker noise. I'm high, the Jessica Geibel story.
And they're mowing again today. Sorry, guys.
Of course they are. Of course they are. We've got Ben thinks he has the best props. Not till I come to the rescue. To the rescue story. That's not what you tweeted once. The Savannah Martin story. A story of being in the book. And we've got just two more. They are you get used to the hot dog smell. The Chrissy Kellum story. And finally, for the last time, Rachel, my name is Amanda, the Amansala story.
Nicely done, Ben. I thought you didn't watch the show.
I don't watch, but I do read all the comments.
All right, I've got a bunch too. I've got rhino vaginas and other cool stuff. The Zara story. I've got How Drawing Penises Saved the World, the story of Jen Winkleplex. I've got the No Pants Club. Somehow we're all named Chris. Got Z Bunster, tiny homes and huge donations. Tam Brown, I don't put my bra on my head for just anyone. Lola, worse internet than Ben. Jessica Keibel, weed and necklaces. Dave Adler, what's in the box? It's my toys in their original box. The No Pants Club, it's not a party until someone passes out on Zoom. Savannah Martin, a wonderful person who deserves all the love she gets. Thank you, a 10,000 word book about a guy who said 10 words, the story of Razvan.
I think Frank you just killed Tam.
Frank Natero, that's not my name. Don't wear it out. Ashley, background check. Carrie M, does anybody have any weed? Dina, Batatouille. And finally, my favorite is Jeremy, I rue the day someone thinks they're punnier than me. Those are mine.
And you guys, now finally we get to see why Bowers doesn't play the game.
No.
That was very funny. I decided to say that regardless.
I know, no, I get that. Yeah.
By the way, I also thought that Bowers had some really, really good ones that he steamrolled himself.
Yes.
Like
yes,
that was
did.
like you were like, here's a great one, and also here's another great one, and then here's a great one, and I'm not gonna give anybody a chance to laugh, and now I'm done with these. Thank you.
Yep.
You had great
Bowers
ones.
Did you notice we're right on time? It's 4:29, so if we wrap this up in time, it'll be 4:30, which is, my goal to get. Okay, that's fine. No,
it's a great idea. I think we should probably all just speak 3 times faster, wait for no laughs, and the show can be done in 25 minutes.
Yeah. So, comments, what do you got to plug? We got to plug. We got to get out of here. So, we got the audience, and then let's go.
All right, we're going to say goodbye to the audience. Thank you so much. As always, we appreciate you being here. As you could tell by the wonderful tributes that Ben and Bowers put in. I had 2. But you guys are absolutely wonderful. We love you. Thanks for joining us. Karen and DJ, we're going to give you some shout-outs and plug some stuff. So, Karen, what do you got going on?
Right now,
where can people find you?
I've been doing. I have a YouTube channel called Parenting in the Age of COVID. I made a video every single day since March 22nd about being stuck at home with my kids.
Awesome.
Parenting in the Age of COVID, Karen Bergreen.
Perfect.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank
DJ.
you, Karen.
Thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. DJ, where do we find you at, buddy?
I'm not doing anything big right now. If you hear a guy screaming in the woods and it's funny, fucking let him finish.
Isn't that old age proverb? Comedian is screaming alone in the woods. Does he? Yeah.
Finish. I love it. Well, thanks, buddy.
Thank you, guys. This
Times.
is awesome.
Comedian destroys conifers.
Nice work. Rachel, anything to catch up on there?
We do. So Cody Furman had tipped Karen $5 and said, tell Karen I'll buy her punished computer. Then he gave his email and said it deserves better than that. All right. We had Shannon Kerr said, Rachel, tell Steve that we signed up for the late viewing so we wouldn't mess Ben's show or his show. We won't watch it till 9 p.m. so he can have his headliner show and also his Lifetime Woman's movie with 59 other people.
Oh, hell yeah. I want to figure out how I can watch it with you guys. If I could watch it with you guys, that would be a ton of fun. Because also, literally, I haven't seen it. So I'm very curious.
Are you sure you're in it? They didn't cut you out, did they? You know that you actually have
No, I saw that they sent me a preview copy, and I looked at my scene, and I was like, okay, they used my stuff, and then that was it. So I haven't seen it yet.
We have Done Talk, $2. Rachel's the soul of the show, and you guys know it.
Oh, nice. All right.
Aw, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to having a soul.
First time.
And with comments like that, I think Dunn should stop talking. You know what I mean?
I've never had fans. Steve's never had a soul. You know, it's all a thing.
Yeah. I've never had a vote or an elector.
Or a haircut.
Cynthia Price, $2, and said, "Ha, I found it." I don't know what that means. I'm glad you did, though. And then lastly, Zara, 20 Aussie. "I say this in Razian. F you, Steve. F you, Ben. F you, Bowers. F you, Taylor. But Rachel, I F you the most."
Oh.
Wow, we're gonna do a VIP Zoom after this show. If you
and with that, I'm exiting.
Rachel's face looked like me when I go in the sun for 30 seconds.
All right. Well, hey, you can find me. Guess what? I didn't have a show last night with Adam Ray. That's next week on the 12th, apparently. They switched it, and I didn't know that, so I'm dumb. So come and check me out on that. Doing that show where we're watching Steve's. When's that at, Steve? When's the date we're watching your special?
The 18th.
18th. Other than that, at Bowers Comedy, and super fun show again. Thanks for all the comics, and thanks for all the fans, and we love you guys, and appreciate you being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, awesome. As for me, I think I'm in some sort of movie tonight, and if you guys want to check that out, and also I have my live shows coming up at Nowhere. I have every Saturday, including tonight, I have the Ask Us Anything show. But of course, I also have my headlining set on the 11th and the 25th. Check those out. The 25th is at a time where European folks can watch, and it's not inconvenient for the East Coast of the States or Canada either. So please check those out. And then, of course, as Bowers said, we're going to be watching Secret Optimists together and breaking it down on how the whole thing happened on the 18th. So please check those out. You guys were awesome, as always. See you soon.
Isolation Nation, what a great, fun episode. Thank you all for being here. I have my headlining show, co-headlining with Greg Proops. We are tonight at Nowhere Comedy Club. Shortly after this, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. I will be improvising over an hour. Last time we did 90 minutes. We'll see how it goes with Greg Proops doing Whose Line Is It Anyway, improv style games, giving us a real break from all the madness. And we have some great people opening for us, and I hope you enjoy it. So please get a ticket if you haven't yet at nowherecomedyclub.com. And I am definitely going to watch Steve's movie very soon tonight. After that show on DVR, probably pretty stoned after the Proops show, because we get a little smoky about halfway through. And I'm not a parent, but apparently I have about 87 parenting videos to catch up on now. So thank you, Karen. I can't wait. And I just saw Rachel put in the chat that she's going to go take a cold shower now. And not only do I appreciate that, but it reminded me I'm just going to take any kind of shower because it's probably time. And Zara Bending just said, me too, for her own shower. Not the best use of words, but still, what an ending to this show. Who saw it coming?
Yeah.
There might be a romance brewing here, you guys, or at least something. Anyway, let's all pour water on ourselves. I need to go rejuvenate my soul with what's in the box. Good night.
What's
in the box? What's in the box?